on the international clock in Awesome, which means we are 5 minutes away from start time. Opening the worst way to lose a final. The first serve will have it at 7:45. The high water or a double hockey stick.
What are you looking for? He's over here.
What's that mean, this thing?
Yeah, I might. Whoa! How strong are you? Oh my God! Whoa! Oh! What are you doing? Oh! What?
Are you hurt? Are you hurt?
Oh! Oh! Help me! I asked for one team. Oh! Oh! You guys are too strong.
You guys are great.
Last one, ready?
This guy's great.
Oh.
Oh my God.
You know what it is? Mom, it's alive. Real life cartoon character right here.
There was a moment where I'd be like, saved him off my time.
Big Miller showing up right before the first serve. Way to go, Nate.
There's much left.
I thought you could have walked.
Ooh, it's going to be dropped.
No, the net height.
Nate Miller has not even shown up to this many finals in college, but here this weekend, he's showing up to 2 of them. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Coed Open Finals. Hot Scotty the Body, Mr. Tony Scott, and his partner is awesome because her name is a palindrome. The one, the only, Miss Hannah, that's right, do the math, it is a palindrome. We got Hannah Furr, and they're taking on Nate Miller, the Thriller, and his partner, Jaden Blanchfield. Oh, Jaden Blanchfield just sounded like an episode of Golden Girls. We had Rose Field and Sophia Field. It'd be awesome. Jaden back to serve now. 0-0. If you're viewing my story, do make sure you hit save after each point and make sure it uploads to our screen. Thank you so much.
Hey, it's like 1-4, Hannah.
1-0 here. 1-0. Jaden serving again. Oh, and a big skyhook shot there from a meaty, muscular Nate
Hey, you're
Miller.
good. Here we go. Come on.
Big again, we got T-Bill.
Oh, dive. Oh, yes, hey. Look. Double. I'll get better. Hey, you're there.
Jaden
Come on, baby.
Blanchfield back to serve. 3-0. This is the Open Coed Finals.
Hey, there we go.
That's the long
What'd I tell you? What'd I tell you?
1 serving 3 now.
Hey, let's run.
And now go back to serve.
Run her up on the chest.
Hannah now serving.
Right.
Nate Miller bounce one down the line. 4 serving 1.
4-1 now. Nate Miller back at the service line. This is the voice of reason. David Shaw comes to you live from the Clash 2024. You're watching Coed Open Finals. Tony Scott on the outside, over the top of the block, and Miller for the kill. Deep to one spot. Tony Scott getting the kill. Soft shot there. Reads the defense very well. Threads it down the line for the point. Benji just going, I don't care. I'm entitled. I'll walk through center court during the game if I want. No, I don't know why people think Americans have a sense of entitlement. And just like that, we're switching sides. And Benji, this would have been a perfect time right now during the side switch to then walk through the court. What did we learn? What did we learn? Love you too, Benji. Benji, a standout young man, 17 years young, but playing on a lot of the open tournaments here, playing with the pros. Solid future for the young man, if he keeps progressing at the rate he is. Beautiful shot. Now Hannah back to serve.
Game ball touch.
Nate Miller. It's the kill right there.
Nate Miller back at the service line now here on championship court.
Yeah.
Leans in, jump serves, low flyer to Tony Scott. Out of system, 50-50 ball in the middle. A bit low for Tony Scott. Low in the contact, that's going to go in the net. It's going to bring Miller and Blanchfield to 7. gives it a ride, but it's going to be out of bounds. Tony Scott heading back to the service line now. Hey, Ben. Ben. I'm supposed to see the other side. Thank you. Thank you, sir. And a joust. Hannah almost had him right there. Got to get the whole pony behind it. Nate Miller back to serve. Oh, Nate's actually going to let his partner serve this time. Nice. Jaden back to serve now. Nice serve from Jaden Blanchfield. Great velocity and precision accuracy. Digs there. Nate's up. He's and a turn and burn. Over on two. Nate gets the kill. Miss Blanchfield going back to the service line again. Jaden with a great serve in her first attempt. Low flyer, good velocity now. Jump float coming. Again, narrowly missed the end line. Just a touch long as we switch sides. 5 serving 9 now. Hannah going back to serve. Hannah Furr back at the service line here on championship court. 5 serving 9 in set number 1. On a system play, and Nate Miller capitalizes. Tony Scott with a great touch on it. It was out of system. He's dropping off the net, trying to keep a good read on the defense. Nate Miller able to close that gap and get a more aggressive play on the attack. Gets the point. 10-5 now. Nate Miller jump serve coming. Picked up there by Tony. Tony Scott one up. He's going to go cross court through it. No touch is called. Bounced off the beautiful Parkinson net system. To get your own AVP America Parkinson net system, head to parksun.com to order yours today. Miller now jump serve coming. Goes to Scott. He's got the Miller. He's going to go line over the top of Miller. Over the top of Nate Miller. Tony Scott with the kill. Tony Scott back to the service line. Goes to Miller, short serve. Miller backs up, step close, and over the top, roll shot kill over the top of Hannah Furr. Nate Miller, roll shot kill down the line. Jaden Blanchfield back to serve. Blanchfield again, aggressive serve going just a touch long. Hannah Furr with a great read, ducks out of the way, lets it go long. Now Hannah Furr back to serve. Answer right back, aggressive serve, straight up the middle to the 6th spot, just past the end line. Just a bit long there for Furr. Now Nate Miller back to serve. Nate Miller, who, if you were watching last night online at the Clash, did take home a championship in the men's triples open. Inside out shot for Furr just wide of that sideline. Switching sides here on championship court. Coed open. Set number 1. First set here in a best of 3. 2-21, 3-15 if needed. Nate Miller back at the service line now. Standing float goes to Tony Scott. Gets a handcuff pass on it. Tony Scott turning nothing into something. Beautiful swing down the line by Tony Scott. In a short distance, able to get a great release, a solid step close, and put some thunder behind that. Nate Miller going 53 ball now. Bounce down for Nate Miller on a 53 ball. Perfect placement from Blanchfield. Great stuff. Jenna back at the service line now. Here in set number 1. Goes to Tony Scott. And a Furr gives him a 50-50 ball. Soft shot. Change up shot by Mr. Scott. Hannah Furr with a great audible during Tony's attack. Now Hannah Furr back at the service line. I'll try my best. And I'll get down. Tony Scott serves just a bit long. Big shout out to our director this weekend, Andrew Boga with Streamography. Bringing you all the action all weekend long. Blanchfield back to serve now. Jenna Blanchfield picked up by Scott now. Tony Scott, inside out shot. Beautiful roll shot across the body for Tony Scott. Coed Open Finals 2024, the Clash back with a vengeance. Sunday fun day, Coed Open Finals. Nate Miller on the attack. Tony Scott with a great dig. Good read there. Over the top of the block, sends a yard for the point. Hey, Bench, can you better wake that for me? It's hard to read between the posts. That's why. Thank you. 12-17. I get to see one side, not both. That's all, buddy. Sorry. What a dig from Hannah Furr. Hannah Furr, please. Beautiful defense there from Hannah Furr. 13-17, closing the gap. Goes to Caden now. Nate Miller and another great dig from Hannah Furr. Hannah out of the middle. Shot picked up by Miller. Tony Scott's up for the block, and Nate Miller goes over the top of the block. Through the top of the tape by Scott. It's a broken play out of system. Picked up there. Beautiful shot from Caden. Oh, wow. Tony Scott just a touch low in the release. Big swing out of the middle for Tony Scott. Touch low. We got 19 serving 13. 19-13 now for Nate Miller here in set number one. Picked up there by Scott. Hannah Furr's out of the middle. Nate's coming in. Back to Jaden. What a swing there from Nate Miller. Nate Miller across the body. Thank you. Nate Miller now serving. Set point number one in front of us. 20 serving 13. Jump serve. A serve for Nate Miller. Just like that, it's set one is in the books. Set one is in the books right now. We got 13 and 21 for your score.
Coming up in set number two, right at you. You now go there, pick your ponies, get your drinks, and it is Sunday Fun Day here at the Clash.
Here we are in set number 2, Blanchfield. Tony Scott scramble play. Ace. Oh, come on. Ace serve for Miss Blanchfield. Blanchfield back to serve again. Now we got 1-0 here starting out set number 2. Goes to Furr. Scott is there. Oh, great attack. Just a touch on the contact there for Furr. Swing does not go for Furr. That's going to bring up Blanchfield serving now 2-0. Just a touch low. Service error. Now we got 1 serving 2 for Hannah Furr at the service line. Way to listen to your partner. Seldom seen with Nate Miller, but Jaden proves effective. Nate Miller back to serve now. Jaden Blanchfield calling the audible. Nate Miller able to listen and deliver on the call there from Jaden. Tony Scott now up. Big roll shot picked up there by Jaden. Jaden Blanchfield. Change up. Soft shot there by Jaden Blanchfield. 4-1. 4 serving 1 now here in our second set of the Open Coed Finals. Nate Miller serving up by 3. Jump serve coming. Going to Tony Scott. Hot Scotty the body. Buries it. Hot Scotty the body. Cross-court kill for Mr. Tony Scott. Yep. Ace serve. Tony Scott with a very nice ace. We're switching sides now on championship court. Tony Scott gets the ace serve, bringing them within 1. Thank you for joining us. The AVP Grass Tour kicks off right here in beautiful Columbia, South Carolina. The Volley Bums putting on quite the show this weekend. Back-to-back ace serves for Tony Scott. Tony Scott with another ace. Nate Miller up and puts it down. Great reach and extension from Nate Miller as he gets the kill. On the outside 4 ball, Nate Miller gets the kill. 5 serving 4 now. Jaden Blanchfield, great read and set. Nate Miller able to extend and capitalize on the high 4 ball. Jaden, jump float, goes to Furr. Now Furr coming in. Hannah Furr right up the middle. Swing from Furr just a bit. We got 6-4. Jaden Blanchfield to serve. Jaden with a jump float again going to Furr. Set to the weak side. 1 up. She goes through the big block of Nate Miller. Goes right through the big block of Nate Miller. Splits the uprights. Now goes back to the service line. We got 5 serving 6. Hannah Furr with an aggressive attack into the big block of Miller. Pinballs it for the point. Oh, backhanded up there from Miller. Like a midair pancake. Tony Scott on the overpass takes advantage to tie it up 6-6. Tony Scott on the overpass, tied it up 6-6. Leans in and takes it on 2. Bounce down on the option swing for Nate Miller. Nate Miller having a long weekend. 2 final appearances back-to-back days. Took the AVP Grass Tour Triples Open Championship last night, and now here in the Coed Championship for Open. Inverted pokey. We're switching sides. 8-6 now. After the point there, it's 8-6. Separated by 2 points, and Nate Miller serving again. Jump serve coming. Goes to Tony Scott. Good touch there from Jaden Blanchfield. What a swing from Jaden, and Tony gives hustle, but it does fall for the point. Big swing in the right side from Jaden Blanchfield. Nate Miller now serving. 9-6, a 3-point differential. They did take set number one if you're just joining us. Now Tony Scott out of the middle. One up. He puts it through the block of Miller. Miller says, I can get this on the rebound. Tony Scott through the big block of Nate Miller, makes it 7-9. Mr. Scott going back to serve. Tony Scott in the signature holiday slunks. Goes to Miller. Great set there from Jaden Blanchfield. Miller down the line for the kill. Miller goes line shot. Hannah Furr does get a big piece of it, but that's going to be a kill all day for Nate Miller. 10 serving 7 now. Jaden at the service line. Tony Scott giving chase. On the right side, standing roll shot, picked up by Miller. Miller's hit at 53. Tony Scott. Beautiful read for the block for point by Tony Scott. He sees Nate Miller on a 53 ball coming inside for the attack. He dives in last second, so he crashes his block towards the middle and able to block Nate Miller effectively. 8 serving 10 now for Hannah Furr. Picked up by Jaden. Now outside shot. Inside out shot. Nate Miller actually cutting his arm back the other way. A little chop shot, if you please. Gets the kill, 11-8. 11 serving 8 now for Mr. Nate Miller. Nate Miller, 11-8. Here in set number 2, Miller and Blanchfield did take set 1. Tony Scott and Hannah Furr keeping this match very close. And Tony Scott through the top of the block makes it 9-11. One away from a side switch and a technical timeout. Tony Scott back to serve. It's off. Great touch there on the defense. We're switching sides here. 12-9. 12-9. They're going to see if we take the option for the 60-second technical timeout. Does not look like the players are going to opt for the technical timeout. Jaden Blanchfield back to serve. Good aggressive serve. Pick up by Furr. Furr now on the right side. Miller's up. Bingo, bango. Pinball wizard. Hannah Furr uses the block for the point. 10-12. That's a heads-up play there by Hannah Furr. Nate Miller does have a very formidable block, but she's able to skip it off both arms and out of bounds. Hannah Furr now serving. 10-12 goes to Blanchfield. Nate's up. Miller hits the 6-spot deep to get it back on the option swing. 13-10. Miller making it 13-10 now. Takes the option swing, not trusting his partner whatsoever. I only say that while he's in earshot. We got 13-10 now for Mr. Nate Miller. Good pickup there by Tony Scott. Tony's going to come into the middle. Deep roll picked up by Blanchfield. Tony's there. Hannah's got to send it. Deep knuckle pokey. It is out of bounds. Nate Miller with a good read on it early, calling out of bounds on that free ball. 14-10 now for Nate. Picked up there by Scott. Tony comes in. Nobody up. Great touch by Jaden. Big touch and a great dig by Jaden, but that's going to be out of bounds. Nate Miller was not in a position. I mean, it was a very low-flying pass, but Miller was just out of range for it. Tony Scott down by 3. Goes to Miller. It's going to be inside. Nobody up. Nate Miller takes advantage of no block. Nate Miller with the kill. 15-11 now here. Set number 2. Lights are on. Sun is setting here in beautiful Columbia, South Carolina. A great finish to an amazing weekend. Great job by the AVP Grass Tour, by Volley Bums, Columbia Sports here in beautiful Columbia, South Carolina. Hannah Furr with a great block. Hannah Furr with an impressive block right there. Good read. But it does fall on their side. We got 16-11 now. Just a bit long there for Blanchfield. Switching sides now here on championship court. 12-16.
Come on, Han. You got it, baby.
Hannah Furr goes to Jaden Blanchfield. Oh, little handcuff pass there. Slide approach there from Jaden. Tony Scott turns and burns. Tony Scott twisted and turning on that one. Goes across the body for the kill. 13 serving 16 now for Hannah Furr. Hannah Furr, 13-16. Going for the backside, out of the middle. Whoa, welcome to the jungle. Jaden getting the kill. Monster swing there from Blanchfield, excuse me. Out of the middle on a 2-ball. Aggressive swing.
Hey, let's go.
Right back, go.
Nate Miller, jump serve coming. No one's up. Tony Scott, skipper through the top of the tape. Hustle and good touch, but that's going to be a kill for Tony Scott. Tony Scott with a kill. Maximum effort there from Blanchfield. Tony Scott serving. Now we got 14-17. Jump serve. Going to Miller. Aggressive serve. Miller handles it. And what? Honor call. Love the honor call from Tony Scott. Sportsmanship and chivalry. This guy has all class. Tony Scott makes the honor call. Not making the ref work for it at all. A serve for Jaden Blanchfield. 18-14 now. Ace serve from Jaden. Serving 14. Correction, it was 19 serving 14. Knuckle pokey there from Tony Scott for the point. Beautiful read there from Tony Scott. 15 serving 19 now. 15-19 for Miss Hannah Furr. Jump float going to Jaden. Miller's there, right side swing, through the top of the block. Jaden Blanchfield with the kill. We're switching sides. Switching sides now for match point. We've got match point in front of us, 20 serving 15. Nate Miller. Nate Miller's getting taunted and called for the sky ball. And he... I don't think this one's got the distance, Ricky. Nate Miller, we still love you because he pleased the crowd, so well done you. Tony Scott now serving. We got 16 serving 20. Just like that, it is done. That is the Clash 2024, your final here in Open Division Coed. First place going to Miller and Blanchfield. Second place, champions in their own right, Tony Scott. Miss Hannah Furr. Great job on both sides of the tape. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the 2024 AVP Grass Tour Stop, the kickoff of the AVP Grass Tour here in Columbia, South Carolina, the Clash 2024. Big shout out to all of our crew that make this happen and building a virtual city at every tour stop. Big shout out to the hosts, Lake Murray County and Columbia Sports, in kind with our one and only Volley Bums, heading up and running this tournament to perfection. Great job by the Volley Bums and all of our AVP staff. I am your host, David Shaw, the voice of reason. We will see you here next year. Thank you all for joining us. Take care.
Such a part of me. They don't fly so high. There's still so much to see. You make me come alive. I never felt so free.